to raise these things. And this is obviously done with knowledge and on purpose. It's not an accident. And whoever knows about it should at least inform everyone, so that we don't have to be bewildered with what we see. And look at that building, it's just glowing. No doubt that it's glowing no matter where I look. No matter where I look, it's just glowing. It's glowing there a whole lot. That whole white stripe that's horizontal is one huge glowing mass. That's plasma. Look at a cluster right next to it. That's going to be a big cluster. So that this whole thing, look at all the orbs and trees right next to it. Right next to it. Those are all large clusters. All the trees, look. There's just cluster next to cluster next to cluster. And the rest of those things that look like leaves are just more clusters that are green, because they've assumed the green shape. Look at the clusters on the roof in that red portion of the globe. There's just cluster on top of cluster on top of cluster, and they're very large. And that's what's causing all this energy. Just look at the large clusters. Take a good look at the red part of the globe. It's full of clusters all the way up. And just look at the energy being created and expended to grow these things. Look, that's a stream of orbs right there, shooting right into the trees and making just more clusters. There's a cluster right there on the top of the screen being formed in the trees. The white one, and this perfect pyramid shaped roof is just an energy field. That's an energy field, and it's a perfect pyramid. So these organisms are intelligent, and they're using a pyramid-like structure to create energy and to breed more of themselves right here on Earth. And someone knows about it. They're even providing the lights for them to breed more. And every bird that has passed has been a see-through bird and a holographic image, like an X-ray. Because the energy field is such intensity that it's like an X-ray for anything that passes through it. That's how much energy is being produced or generated right there. And you can see the large cluster right there at the bottom, near the middle of the bottom, being created right in the trees. And you can see the stream of orbs shooting to the left corner at the bottom from the flagpole. I'm just going to back off once more to show the entire thing. I want to show the flag. So just look at that. You can see it glowing from far away, the whole thing, and that's what caught my attention, the huge glow that it's giving off. And now that whole pyramid structure is one huge energy field, and the flagpole is acting like an antenna, and so are the two light poles that are holding the array of lights, and they could also be holding microwave antennas. So the entire thing is just one huge energy field. One more shot up close. Notice that bird just vanished. That's because it wasn't real. These are just orbs pretending to be birds. They are not birds at all. They are very good at making holograms, and they can turn into any shape or form in any color and in any size. They have no problems whatsoever. I've seen enough of them to know that. I'll just let you watch the birds, the transparent birds. Those are all orbs. They're not birds at all. There goes my battery. I just said there goes my battery. I don't know if that caught, because I was getting the signal that the battery's going. So I'll just let it run out this time. So I don't know, that should be about 40 minutes of video. Sometimes it lasts longer, sometimes less. It's hard to predict. I shot this in HD, so I'm gonna put it on in HD in a couple of parts so that it's not too long any one part. But I'll put it on in HD, see if YouTube posts it in HD this time. And I want to thank everyone for watching this video. This is another significant video about the circumstances and conditions that are going on and taking place in the city of Toronto, Canada, even on public buildings and structures and on public land. So I'm not blaming anyone in particular. I don't know what's the story and who's responsible. All I know is that these things are here and this building is glowing. That's about all I can state as a fact. And all the things I have said in this video are descriptions of the things that I see and the things that I witness. And I'm not making any of them up. I'll back up anything I say without any trouble. These are things that I cannot make myself or create myself. I'm just filming what's there, and that energy field around that building is certainly there. It is not my imagination. I'm just gonna let the battery run out. I'll zoom in close one more time. Just watch all those clusters in the background. How many there are. That's not leaves. There's way too many of these organisms in the air, in the water, on everything, and definitely in the trees all around here. They're breeding in the trees and in the water. So there's so many of them that this is a serious matter. It's nothing to be overlooked or ignored, and it's nothing to be laughed at or to make fun of people who report this, because sooner or later these things are going to be making some kind of a difference in our lives for sure. There's so many of them. There is no way to avoid them anymore. The air is full of them, the water is full of them. Everywhere you look is full of them. On everything, on everybody, on every animal, every plant, every bird, every insect, you name it. These things are just all over and everywhere, and there is nothing normal about it. There is nothing normal about it. And you can see that this is a perfect pyramid. And you can see the light on the trees. You can see that there's light on the trees. How much energy there is, it's just all over the trees. It's a huge energy field covering more than about a kilometer around it. And just that energy field. Just look at the trees. And just look at the perfect pyramid this is. And just look at the stream of ores shooting from the flagpole, and the flagpole glowing, and the light pole glowing that's on the roof, and the entire roof, the pyramid part glowing like an energy field, because it is an energy field. And look at all the light array around the whole building. And I mean, the whole thing looks like a setup.